This is Module 2 on Information Services and 21st Century Skills. Recently, the American Association of School Librarians published the standards for the 21st century learner. These standards are based on the 21st century skills movement. The standards for the 21st century learner describes how learners use skills and resources and tools to inquire, think critically, and gain knowledge, to draw conclusions, make informed decisions, apply knowledge to new situations, and create new knowledge, share knowledge and participate ethically and productively as members of our democratic society, and pursue personal and aesthetic growth. You can see how, because we are in the 21st century information age, where there is more information than we can possibly access, and the important skill is to learn how to be effective users of this information, how these new standards are essential for 21st century learners. Within the mission of the 21st century learners and the 21st century skills movement, the mission of the School Library Media Program is to ensure that students and staff are effective users of ideas and information. The School Library Media Specialist empowers students to be critical thinkers, enthusiastic readers, skillful researchers, and ethical users of information through collaboration with students and teachers, providing instruction in information skills, providing access to materials in all formats, providing instruction and resources that reflect current information environment, and providing leadership in school educational programs. This is from the Standards for the 21st Century Learner published by the American Association of School Librarians, and also the Standards Document Empowering Learners published by the American Library Association. You can see how important it is in the information age to be a collaborative media specialist, to provide both instruction and access to information materials, to provide current information resources, and leadership in digital information fluency. The Standards Document Empowering Learners Teaching the Standards Document Empowering Learners has 3 sections, principles for library media programs. And within the first principle, Teaching for Learning, there are 4 guidelines. The first one is that the media program should promote collaboration among members of the learning community and encourage learners to be independent, lifelong users and producers of information and ideas. The media program should promote reading as a foundational skill for learning, personal growth, and enjoyment, should provide instruction that addresses multiple literacies, including information literacy, media literacy, visual literacy, and technology literacy, model an inquiry-based approach to learning and the information search process, guided by regular assessment of student learning to ensure the program is meeting its goals. So this is the first set of guidelines under the principles for empowering learners under Teaching for Learning. The second principle, providing an effective learning environment, has 7 guidelines. The media program should be built on a long-term strategic plan that reflects the mission, goals, and objectives of the school, should employ a minimum of 1 full-time certified media specialist and supported by a qualified staff. The program should include flexible and equitable access to physical and virtual collections of resources that support the school curriculum and meet the needs of all learners. The program should have sufficient funding to support the priorities of the media program and make steady progress to attain the program's mission, goals, and objectives. The program should include policies, procedures, and guidelines that support equitable access to ideas and information throughout the school community, include a well-developed collection of books, periodicals, and non-print material in a variety of formats that support curricular topics and are suited to inquiry learning and users' needs and interests. Should be guided by an advocacy plan that builds support from decision makers who affect the quality of the school library media program, and include support for school library media specialists and teacher professional development to sustain and increase knowledge and skills. And then the final third principle, learning through leadership. Although there is only one guideline in here, this is also a very important dimension of school library media program standards. The school library media program should be built by professionals who model leadership and best practices for the school community. And so you can see that in these standards, first of all, the standards for 21st century learners and the standards for school media programs, that there are common 21st century themes embedded in them. As we have discussed before, the current information problem today is how to access, evaluate, and use all of our information resources that we have at our fingertips effectively. Digital information fluency, that is being able to locate, evaluate, and use information from digital sources, is the key to lifelong learning, and that's true for all of us. The school library media program is the key school agent for developing and promoting information fluency among the faculty, staff, and students in the building, and the media specialist provides leadership for the school in this collaborative endeavor. So you see that with our 21st century standards, we have standards for students, we have set expectations for students, we have standards for the media program, we have the expectations set for the media specialist in terms of information services and promoting an information inquiry model of learning. We have standards that require that information inquiry be integrated into the school curriculum, and that a successful information inquiry program requires communication and collaboration between the media specialists, school faculty, staff, and students. There are a number of resources you can consult for additional information on 21st century standards. These resources are also in your module guidebook under Module 2, and so please consult them for additional information.